My goodness. Hey guys, gals, non-binary pals, and all my friends and kids out there. Welcome back to another reading of Sacrifice. So, this is happening. And I have to load everything up. Even though I was here like only a couple of minutes ago. You know, Rippy. Like, why? Okay. So, before we get to reading Sacrifice, a Star Wars fanfic by Lucky_Ducky_123, here are some quick things that you should all know. 1, if you're new to this channel or newer to this channel, welcome. By now, if you're newer, that all the links will be down below in the description to virtually everything you'll need for channel outreach and other videos that you can watch. And I'll have a video, and I'll have all the videos of all the other parts of Sacrifice readings linked down below. So if you're new here, and I mean really new here to this series, then go down and pop on the last link so then you can get caught up on what has happened in this story. And of course, since you guys, all of you love Star Wars, in all of our own way, I've created this edit called Stories, the First Generation. That'll be linked down there as well. And also, what is Stories? Basically explaining the whole entire editing project. So, I know I left all y'all on a cliffhanger kind of last time, just for time purposes, truly. But I'm back. I'm here. I got some more tea. And I'm ready to continue to read. And this is about to be good. So let's get into it. Anakin, Luke, and the guard fell all 25 feet through the chute and into the dungeon-like cage below. Luke and Anakin got to their feet as the guard yelled hysterically for help. A crowd gathered up at the edge of the pit door, and the side of the pit started to rumble open. The guard screamed in panic. "This should be interesting," Anakin muttered to himself, glad that his hood had decided to fall down after he had fallen through the chute. The spectators weren't really getting much of a view through the grating, but they were to the grating. They were looking through anyways. Luke, meanwhile, was looking rather frantically around, hoping to locate an escape of some sort. "Oh no! The Rancor!" 3PO exclaimed rather unhelpfully from above. At the side of the pit, an iron door rumbled upward, and a giant, banged Rancor emerged. The guard sprinted to the side of the pit, despite his plump figure, and he tried futilely to scramble to the top. The hideous beast closed in on him, ignoring Anakin and Luke for the moment. But the Jedi weren't stupid. They knew as soon as the Rancor was finished with Gamorrean, it would move straight for them. The guard continued to scramble, but the Rancor picked him up effortlessly and popped him into his slavering jaws. Gosh, that is oof. A few screams were heard until there was silence, with a sickening crunch, and the guard was swallowed with a gulp. The audience above cheered and laughed at the guard's fate, now waiting for the Jedi to meet the same one. You people are so cold, You know, oh, the guard is your best friend one moment. Next moment, A, he's down. Oh, everyone in the court's laughing. Got no sympathy for him. But are the guards laughing? That's my question. And I'm very pretty semi-worried for him. In the book, they are too. But, where's the sympathy? Where's the love? The monster turned and started for Luke next. The young Jedi swore and dashed away just ahead of the monster swipe at him. Anakin, noticing his son's dilemma, picked up a long arm bone of an earlier victim. The monster grabbed Luke and brought him up to his severing mouth. Luke winced at the smell, struggling futilely. The boy was simply too small to break out of that grasp that strong. At the last moment, Anakin forced jump higher to wedge the bone in the teeth. In the monster's mouth, the rancor dropped Luke and bellowed in rage. I'm kind of liked it when Luke did it. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of like Luke's moment, and Anakin just took it away. And it's kind of ruining the whole entire... He's an independent young man now. You know, he's mature. He's out in the world. Like, this is Luke's true maturity arc. Like, the coming of age arcs. And the I'm so grown that you can't touch me and beat me down. Oh, you chopped my limb off arc. Like, those are over. He doesn't need to depend on his friends to help and save him anymore. And this moment just kind of ruined it. And if you take offense from that and you're listening to this Lucky_Ducky_123, you know, I'm not gonna tell you not to take offense from it. Because if you take offense from it, you take offense from it. Did I mean it? No. Am I pointing out the fact that this is his coming of age, you know, send off, and this is just the arc where he's like grown adult and he can do things and he doesn't have to rely on other people? Yes. This is the moment where he matches Vader's powers, so that kind of got ruined, and I really hope that there is a redemption given to him. Because, I mean, Luke doesn't seem like a stupid kid by any means, but, you know, if y'all don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm just saying. The rancor dropped Luke in a bellowed rage, flailing about and hitting the side of the pit, causing an avalanche. Luke hit the floor rather hard, and Anakin winced at the thump he heard as Luke's head connected to the solid floor. Almost as soon as it was in his jaw, the rancor crushed the bone and glared at Anakin. Can you give Luke still like a part of this? Is that gonna be here? I really hope it is, because, you know, who cursed and dove towards a crevice in the pit wall. Luke sat up with the ground and looked past the mark and looked past the monster to the holding cave beyond. On the far side of the holding cage, he saw a utility door. If only he could get to it. The rancor spotted Anakin in his hiding place, and barely noticed the other Jedi. It reached into the crevice for Anakin, but Luke grabbed a large rock and threw it, smashing into the rancor's finger. The rancor let out a loud howl as Luke made a run for the holding cave. Anakin quickly ran after the boy, ducking around the rancor's arms, and the creature was distracted by its pain. Luke reached the door and pushed the button to open it. When he succeeded, he saw a heavy barred gate between him and safety. Beyond the gate, two guards looked up from their dinner. Luke turned to see Anakin heading for him. The monster behind him, swearing, Luke pulled with all his might on the gate. The guards moved to the crate and started poking at the young Jedi with spears, laughing. Anakin appeared behind the boy, pushing back the guards, helping Luke pull against the gate. Guys couldn't do him. Luke crouched against the wall as suddenly the monster started to reach for him and Anakin. Suddenly, he noticed a main door control panel halfway up the wall. He pointed at it so Anakin would see, trying to calm his breath and calm his breathing as the Rancor moved in for the kill. Anakin picked up a skull from the cave floor, hurled it at the panel. You ruined it. Not gonna lie, the rest of the story is probably gonna be okay. You know, it's still gonna be great, but like, it still doesn't let Luke have his moment. And this whole entire story is Luke's moment, so. Held it at the panel. The giant overhead door came crashing down at the beast's head, squashing it like a sledgehammer on an egg. A startled gasp was heard from the stunned court. Heads looked to Jabba, who was turning red with fuming anger. Leia sighed in relief, glad to see Luke and his companion were all right. Jabba scowled at the princess's happiness and jerked rather harshly on her chain. She choked as she fell back, casting a long glare at the hut. Jabba ignored the woman's glare and uttered harsh commands to his guards, and quickly scurried off. Bring me Solo and the Wookiee. They will all suffer for this outrage. Still working on the voice. But you know. Down below, the Rancor keepers came into the cage and were examining their dead beast. One of them broke down and wept. The other glared menacingly at Luke and Anakin, who were unworried. Several guards rushed into the holding tunnel and took both Jedi away. But Anakin quickly threw his hood back over his head, concealing his face once again. Smart move! The crowd of creepy courtiers parted as Han and Chewie were brought to the throne room, and other guards dragged Luke and Anakin up the steps. Luke noticed Han and smiled in relief. Han! Han looked up at the familiar voice. I said, what? Okay, anyway. Han looked up at the familiar voice and looked around, still unable to see. Luke? Sorry. Luke? Are you alright? Luke asked, wondering why Han wasn't looking directly at him. The man's hazel eyes scanning more around Luke's general direction than his actual face. Fine. Together again, huh? Han said with a faint smirk. Anakin quirked his eyebrow in confusion, wondering how the man, who was obviously Corellian based off his faint accent, could be so optimistic. Because it's a good thing. He also wondered how the man, Han, as Luke had said, knew his son in the first place. Wouldn't miss it, Luke said, in response to Han's quip. How are we doing? Okay, sorry. How are we doing? The same as always. By the way, this is Anakin. He's helping us. Han cast... Okay, this is about to get interesting. Han cast his blind gaze around and just barely made out a fuzz figure standing next to the other fuzzy figure with Luke's voice. Oh, well, nice of you to join us. According to Luke, I guess we're in a bit of a snag. Just a bit? Just a bit. Where's Leia? Han asked Luke, thoroughly concerned for the princess. Jabba could be doing anything to her. Luke looked to Leia, still sitting on the dais, and she spoke up after hearing her name. I'm here. 3PO was standing behind the grotesque gangster as he why? As he stroked Leia like a pet cat. Several of the guards, including Lando, brought Luke and Anakin from the other side of the room. Boba was standing behind Jabba. Watching the scene, calculating. 3PO stepped forward hesitantly, and translated for the captives. Sorry, I repeated that. Oh dear, His High Exaltedness, the Great Jabba the Hutt, has decreed that you are to be terminated immediately, 3PO said. Good, sorry. Good, I hate long waits. Sorry, that did not sound right. Good, I hate long waits. Nah. That did not sound... No, sorry. Good, I hate long waits, Han said, with a roll of his eyes. Anakin chuckled lightly. You will, therefore, be taken to the Dune Sea and cast into the pit of Karun, the nesting place of the all-powerful Sarlacc, 3PO continued. Doesn't sound so bad, Han murmured. Obviously, this Han character hasn't been on Tatooine much, Anakin thought. Well, duh, because if he had, he would have known about Sarlacc. And how they are. In his belly, you will find a new definition of pain and suffering as you are slowly digested over 1,000 years, 3PO finished. Eyes fell on Han as he slowly took back his previous comment. On second thought, let's pass on that, huh? Han said sheepishly. Chewbacca barked in agreement. You should have bargained, Jabba. That's the last mistake you'll ever make. Luke snapped at Jabba, hoping that his plan would still work after all of these setbacks, as long as R2 still had the hidden lightsabers. Wherever that blasted droid was. How dare you say blasted to R2? Wherever that blasted droid was. He glanced over to Anakin, who gave him a reassuring smile. Luke said, there's something strange about this man. Just couldn't put his finger on. Jabba's evil cackle interrupted his thoughts, and he groaned as more guards grabbed his arm, led him and his friends from the throne room. A loud cheer rose from the crowd, and he caught Anakin rolling his eyes. Leia and Chewbacca exchanged concerned glances as the three human men walked forward. the Wookiee right behind them. They could only hope that the plan would work. Okay, so we're done the whole entire chapter, and there's an author's note, so we're gonna just read the author's note, and I'll do final regards and wrap this up too. Author's note. So sorry for the wait. BTW, I did end up meeting Peter Mayhew, which was awesome. But yeah, I'm trying to get faster updates, I promise. Scurf, seen next. Yay! P.S. Thanks for 5K on Redemption. May the force be with you. Lucky_Ducky_123. And we will be on chapter 5 the next time we return. So yeah, this will be awesome. I'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace. Don't forget, links down below in the description. Check them out.